Welcome to another edition of the Recruiters Group. I'm Jarret Johnson, and I started a series breaking down some recent commits, recent signings for Texas Tech football. I started with 2022 wide receiver commit Coy Eakin, who he officially signed on Wednesday. He signed his paper, but he's doing the actual ceremony on Monday due to weather or whatever. But he's a Red Raider. He's going to report in June. You can see that video, of course, on Inside the Red Raiders and the channel. But now it's time for Erik Gray, 2022 offensive lineman, who also signed on Wednesday. Committed to Joey McGuire months back, but 6'2", 270 pounds, a little undersized, but you watch his tape, or if you see him in person, he's a versatile dude. He plays offensive line, he plays defensive line. He even lines up in the backfield in some short yardage situations, and it looks like he has really good feet. In fact, in talking with Erik about his commitment and signing with Tech and everything, and where he fits in or where the coaches see him playing at the next level, there's a thought maybe he's too small to play offensive line, maybe in terms of his frame, maybe you play him defensive line, but no, they see him as a center, and he said they actually, the coaching staff actually sees him as being athletic and strong enough and all that to one day be an NFL center. So that's high praise. High goals are good. If you're going to play Power 5 football, it's absolutely reasonable to expect or have goals of making it in the NFL. And Texas Tech has put a lot of offensive linemen in the NFL. So his rating, according to the 24/7 Sports composite, which is an average of the major recruiting ranking services, says he's number 935 nationally, the number 49 interior offensive lineman, and the number 132 overall recruit in Texas for the 2022 class. So, he's about like a mid-tier 3-star recruit, but I really like him. I like his huddle tape. I like again, the athleticism. If he doesn't work out at center or as an interior offensive lineman, whether it be a guard or center, then he can switch over and play defensive line. So, he reminds me a lot of Jalen Hutchings, just that he projects, at least initially, on the opposite side. But he does have a little bit bigger frame than Jalen does. But Jalen was a guy who was about 6'1", 275 coming out of high school, who also played some running back. He was, athletic enough to do that. So Erik Gray is another one of those guys, and another good addition. Offensive line has been a focal point of Joey McGuire's. He told me, he said publicly during the early signing period press conference, and then he told me in an interview, he reiterated that in an interview. So this is another piece to that puzzle of getting the numbers of guys, of just good football players along the offensive line, and finding the right mix of guys who can get the job done. You got Steve Hamby in there as the obviously former Red Raider offensive lineman, who's now the offensive line coach. So we'll see how he develops these guys, and develops guys like Erik Gray. So because they have a good mix of high school recruits and transfers coming in, and bottom line is, as Coach McGuire inferred basically and told us, that they have to get better in the trenches on both sides of the ball. And like I said, a guy like Erik Gray is hopefully going to help you do that. So we'll see how he does. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and until next time.